in Houston, Texas. My 20 brings you Houston Astros baseball. Today it's the finale of this homestand. The Astros meet the Pittsburgh Pirates. Good afternoon, everybody. Bill Brown and Jim DeShays for a matinee on getaway day. The Astros have had a rough homestand, and the Pirates have the opportunity to sweep them today, but Jordan Lyles is going for Houston, JD.
Yeah, Astros and the Pirates slogged through about 4 hours of baseball last night. Today, a pitching matchup that features James McDonald with a 4-4 record of 4.80 ERA. The Pirates have won 7 of his last 9 starts, so he's turned it around after a sluggish start. And Jordan Lyles for the Astros, making his 4th start, 2 of those first 3 very, very good.
Chance to get that first major league win today for Jordan. The Pirates won it last night, 7-3. The Astros are doing their best in the field. They couldn't get the bats revved up. They left a lot of men on base, as did Pittsburgh. We'll see what today brings in just a moment. Series, and the Astros have lost 4 straight to the Pirates. They are 1-4 against Pittsburgh in the season series. Pirates were swept in all 9 games at Minute Maid Park last season. Now they have a chance to sweep this set as the Astros take the field. They have lost 8 of their last 10. They're 2-7 on this homestand, but trying to get this one before moving on to Los Angeles, and then it's Texas in interleague play. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh will be headed for Cleveland after this game today. And it'll be 12 straight interleague games coming up for the Pirates after this finale. Jordan Lyles warming it up, and Clint Hurdle's club takes the field with a 34-33 record and a 3-game winning streak. First time they've been 1 game over 500 since August 15th of '99. And we take a look at Jose Tabata leading it off in left field, Xavier Paul in right, Andrew McCutchen in center, Neil Walker is the second baseman and cleanup man, with Garrett Jones at first base, Josh Harrison, a rookie, at third base, Ronnie Cedeno at shortstop, Dusty Brown the catcher for James McDonald.
20-year-old Jordan Lyles picks the mound for the Astros this afternoon. Last time out against the Braves, he pitched very well. 6 in the 3rd innings. He allowed 8 hits, a couple of runs. Walked a pair, struck out 5. It was a no decision for Jordan. On the year, he's 0-1 through 3 starts with a 4.15. And defensively, a little different look. Not in the outfield. It's pretty much status quo there, but the infield shows a little different look. With Downs at third base and Angel Sanchez spelling Clint Barmas at short. Keppinger and Wallace cover the right side. Carlos Corporon will do the catching for Lyles. And there are the umpires: Johnson, Porter, Colbert, Cedarstrom.
Jose Tabata to lead it off. And the left fielder with good speed carries a .269 batting average into the box. With Downs in close at third, he's bunting. Jordan Lyles can't get it. And there is a leadoff, probably bunt single for Tabata. Tough play to the backhand side by Lyles, and Tabata has reached on the first pitch. It is a bunt single.
It may have been an easier play for Matt Downs, but Lyles, a victim of his own athleticism, able to get over there in position to try to make that play. And Downs has not played a lot out there so far this year, but clearly that's a ball you'd rather have your third baseman handle coming towards the play. Youthful enthusiasm.
Yeah. Now Xavier Paul, who hit his first homer of the season last night, has 1 homer, 8 runs batted in, a .284 average for Paul. He was 3 for 3 off the bench in that game last night. He had a double in addition to his homer. And in his first 14 games in the month of June, he's been a .361 hitter. Sanchez and Keppinger set up for a double play on Paul.
Tabata leads their club with 14 stolen bases. He's been caught 5 times.
He bunts. That's in the air foul.
Just picking on Downsy.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's a new guy playing third. Let's bunt it and see if he can handle it.
14 steals, as you mentioned, for Tabata. He's been caught 5 times. So Corporan, who's thrown out 2 of 6, may be tested during this game. Downs well off the line, as you see, with an 0-1 count on Paul, former Dodger. Slashes that one out of play, and it snowballs 2 strikes. The Pirates won it last night 7-3 with 14 hits after they took a 1-0 victory Tuesday night for Clint Hurdle. Last time they were 2 games over 500 was July 2nd of '99. So Hurdle has been at the helm of this excellent road team this year. The Pirates 19-15 away from PNC Park. It's 1-2.
It's a center field camera shot will allow us to peek in on the pitchers, and you can see how they manipulate the ball, trying to get their grip. For Lyles, he's going to throw a fastball, curveball, and that's a good pitch for him, and a straight changeup. His fastball is deceiving. He doesn't light up the radar gun, but he gets some late swings with his 4-seam fastball.
Quick move to first. Pirates have won 8 of 11 road series. They are 8-2 with 1 tie, and that is the best road series winning percentage in the majors, .800. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Well, Tabata certainly a threat to steal a base here, but you don't want to get too consumed with worrying about a base stealer, where you get out of your natural rhythm and start getting a little too tentative in your approach. It's only the first inning.
Runner's going, and it's foul. Lyles made his major league debut in Chicago May 31st, pitching very well but getting a no decision. 7 innings, 2 runs allowed. He got a hit in that first major league game. Then in San Diego took the loss, giving up 4 runs in 4 innings, 7-2. And last time out, as JD mentioned, a good start against Atlanta, 6 1/3 innings, 2 runs allowed, another no decision. Fouled away. Still 2-2 with McCutchen on deck.
Paul was originally drafted by the Dodgers, 4th round pick in 2003. Pirates claimed him on waivers towards the end of April this year. He's a guy who can bring some speed to the table, has a good outfield arm. Does not have a lot of power. He hit a home run last night, though.
He went opposite field into the Crawford boxes for that one. Runner going on 2-2 and another foul ball. Sabotage should be plenty loose by now after the sprint work between first and second. This will be the 8th pitch coming to Paul.
If you were with us last night for the duration, God bless you.
Wow.
If you were with us last night and are here again today, double God bless you.
Yeah. Doug Brocale certainly watched every pitch.
3 hours and 47 minutes of scintillating action last night.
382 pitches of that game. That is strike 3. Ball caught looking, 1 out.
Jordan finishes him off with a backdoor breaking ball. According to Pitch Tracks, it was off the plate.
Adrian Johnson liked it. Andrew McCutchen has a career high hitting streak of 14 games. 293 is his average with 10 homers, 38 runs batted in, and that on base average of 392 is 8th in the league. The throw goes over to first. McCutchen has hit .479 during his 14-game hitting streak, going 23 for 48. He's been on base in 20 straight games.
Batting average up to 293 now. He got off to a very slow start, but you knew that was going to come around.
Pirates are 14th in runs scored. So the fact that they're over 500 by 1 game is attributable mostly to solid pitching. They have the 5th best ERA in the league. It's 2-0 to McCutchen, who's walked 38 times. That's 6th best in the National.
I don't know if there's a better athlete in the league than Andrew McCutchen. Combination of speed and power. Matt Kemp comes to mind.
Yeah. Foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's an interesting question. Jordan Lyles, South Carolina native, has been pitching in front of his parents and at least some of his brothers in 2 of his first 3 major league starts. He has 4 brothers. Strike makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jordan this season at AAA Oklahoma City had a good ERA. In there, and it's
take that one. You can't take that pitch, Andrew.
It's tough.
Man. That pitch gets missed more than any other pitch, I think. Most umpires don't call that bottom of the strike zone fastball.
Lyles had a 3.20 ERA for the Oklahoma City Red Hawks. Runner going, and it's ball 4. Now 2 men on for Neil Walker.
Matt Kemp, not only a great athlete, but he's having a heck of a year. Check that out. Hitting .335, second best in the league. Leads in home runs. Tied for second on RBI. First in on base plus slugging. And we will see him over the weekend in LA. A struggling team, the Dodgers, off today, but they were just swept by the Cincinnati Reds in LA in a 3-game set.
Neil Walker has had a nice series. 261, 8 homers, 45 runs batted in for Walker. He's tied for 8th in runs batted in the National League. He's hit .471 this season against the Astros. He drove in 3 last night. Moves back from ball 1. Now Walker's been hitting cleanup in this series. He had 2 hits Tuesday night. And last night, 2 more and a walk. That's on the edge for a strike.
Jordan Lyles, an outstanding athlete in his own right, was recruited to play football at South Carolina. He was an all-state wide receiver. 23 touchdowns, 1,568 yards receiving.
Boy.
It was his senior year in high school.
1-2. He got drafted on the same day as his graduation and high school prom.
Well, those numbers were his career as a wide receiver.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
1,500 yards.
That would be otherworldly to do that in a season. Not even Don Gullett did that.
No. Gullett scored, I think, 7 touchdowns in one game. It's just absurd what he did in Lynn, Kentucky. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, this guy was quite a high school athlete, too, football and baseball. And Walker has hit .285 as a left-handed batter with 7 of his 8 home runs from this side of the plate. He's hit in 11 straight road games, hitting .386 in those and driving in 12 in the 11 games. In the air and out of play. 1-2. We see a lot of kids at the ballpark today wearing those multicolored T-shirts sprinkled throughout the stadium.
There's the yellow team.
Yeah.
A good choice because of Mustard.
Mustard does find a way onto some shirts at the ballpark. Foul away. A lot of foul balls here against Jordan Lyles early. It's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, you talked about that extravaganza last night, that baseball feast of 3 hours and 47 minutes, 382 pitches. 9 pitchers were used. 91 batters coming to the plate. There were a total of 27 men left on base.
Yeah, a lot of hitting, just not a lot of run producing hits for the Astros. They had 12 hits. 11 of their 12 hits were singles.
Bounce foul.
Pirates had but 1 home run, 3 or 4 doubles, a triple.
There have been 10 foul balls in this inning. So put the nachos down. Maybe another one coming. It's always a balancing act, too. Walker takes ball 2.
Yeah, so he tries to be real precise with a fastball, and he can't get that call.
Doug Brocail taking over, and this is game number 3 as Astros pitching coach for Doug. And a swing and a miss. He's got to like that strikeout for Lyles on a tough hitter for out number 2.
The slider. He's got all 4 pitches: fastball, curve, slider, and changeup.
His 25th pitch of the inning will be headed for Garrett Jones soon. Jones at 250. Has 6 for his last 12. Looking at ball 1. 6 homers, 21 runs batted in for Garrett Jones, who can play the outfield as well as first base. Lyle Overbay's been the first baseman for the first couple of games of this series. Jones looks at that one. It's 1-1. The Pirates see a lot of pitches. Before the game Tuesday night, they were leading the National League in pitches per plate appearance, just under 4 pitches per plate appearance on the average. 1-2. Several day games in baseball today, as many clubs will be hitting the road. The Orioles and Blue Jays are tied 2-2. They're already in the bottom of the 7th at Toronto. J.J. Hardy hit his 7th home run for Baltimore. High and deep to right field. Hunter Pence out of room, and that is a 3-run homer. Garrett Jones hits number 7 of the year, and it's 3-0 Pittsburgh, giving Jones 24 runs batted in. Second home run allowed by Lyles, who gave up a bomb to Eric Hinsky of Atlanta in his last start.
So many times that's the anatomy of a big inning. Little things in front of a big thing. A mishandled bunt The walk to McCutchen and then one big swing of the bat. And that's why I talked about the Astros last night with all the singles. You don't hit home runs. You don't hit a lot of extra base hits. You don't have many innings like this. Pirates don't hit a bunch of home runs either, but that was a very timely one.
Now Josh Harrison taking ball one, getting the start at third base today. Has had 40 at bats in the big leagues. Harrison chops one to third. Matt Downs coming in, throws on the run for the third out. And the Pirates put up a 3 spot for McDonald, who will be pitching in just a moment. Brad Mills has put his lineup together with Michael Bourne leading it off in center field. Jeff Kepinger's following at second base. Hunter Pence batting third is the right fielder. Then it's Carlos Lee in left field. Brett Wallace at first base. Matt Downs at third. Angel Sanchez the shortstop. Then Carlos Corporan and Jordan Lyles. Here's Michael Bourne leading it off. It's James McDonald taking ball one. I get a strike, huh?
No, I don't know. I thought he signaled strike. Maybe just because it was right down the middle, I thought he would call it a strike. Well, silly me.
Not. There you got one. It's 1-1. That's just for you, for the pitching fraternity. 283 for Michael.
McDonald pretty aggressive with a four-seam fastball. He's a fly ball pitcher. Will work up in the zone with that heater. Curveball and a changeup to go along with that heater.
He gets strike two on it. 2-2 to Michael Bourne, who stole third base twice last night.
I take two and punch one to left.
Ooh, just off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes for McDonald, who's walked 34 in 69 and a third innings.
Stake to the 3-run lead. He's coming out with a very aggressive approach, working quickly and just pumping one fastball after another. As you look at his lines for each of his last 3 outings, he's been on a nice roll.
Bourne flicks one to left, top of top, 1 out. Bourne, Kepinger, Pence, Lee, Wallace, Downs, Sanchez, Corporan, and Lyles.
Donald, over his last 9 starts, has a 2.79 ERA. Pirates lost his first 4. He had an inflated ERA of 10.13 after his 4th start. Since then, he's been pretty darn good.
Jeff Kepinger bats. Evan straightens him up, and it's ball 1 to a 294 hitter with 1 homer, who's driven in 6.
The bad news is the Astros find themselves down a field goal here. The good news is they've got a lot of baseball, a lot of time to come back.
Still early in the first quarter.
Yep, yeah, it's just nothing. You know. Pirates had a nice little drive, kicked a 37-yarder, but it's a lot of time on the clock.
It's 2 balls and a strike.
Speaking of football, this kid's dad played in the NFL. James McDonald.
What was his dad's name?
I think he was James too.
Oh. Liner to left, in for a hit in front of Tabatai. Keppinger reaches.
Let's take a look at the Pirates as they set up defensively this afternoon. Tabatai, McCutchen, Paul in the outfield. The youngster Harrison at third. Ronnie Cedeno's the shortstop. Walker the second sacker. And Jones over there at first. And there's Dusty Brown. Off the range, behind the plate.
He'll be headed for Arizona soon. Pittsburgh 3, Houston nothing. Hunter Pence the batter with 9 homers, 50 runs batted in. He has a .321 average, ranking high in the National League in many of those departments.
The human paint chip, Dusty Brown.
Strike one to Hunter.
Xavier Paul again this afternoon playing unbelievably deep right field. You might say, well, Hunter Pence has got power and he hits the ball that way quite often with power. So it's somewhat justifiable that he's deep here, but he was doing that, last night, regardless of who the hitter was.
That's really deep. Carlos Lee on deck.
Maybe just he's comfortable coming in on the ball, doesn't like going back on the ball, or maybe it speaks to a strategy of Clint Hurdle's. Maybe he's saying, let's just play, take away extra base hits. Keppinger's not a really speedy guy. If we can cut one off, we can prevent that run from scoring.
Line drive out to left. Hunter got enough of his bat out in front to get that one by the shortstop, Cedeno. He didn't really blister the ball the way he has been during his 2 hitting streaks this year most of the time, but still, here's the single.
Well, it's hits like this that allow you to sustain a hitting streak, because you're not going to square it up every night, but you got to get your fair share of bloops and bleeders and infield hits. Perhaps he's off on another one.
Of such things are 3-run homers made, as you pointed out a moment ago, leading up to the Garrett Jones home run. Now Carlos Lee has 2 men on with 5 homers, 35 runs batted in, and a .268 average.
10% of the fly balls off of James McDonald have left the ballpark. He's a fly ball pitcher. Home runs have been an issue. He's allowed 9 in 69 innings. And remember, he plays at a very big ballpark in Pittsburgh.
This one can play very small. Carlos Lee to center. McCutchen's waiting. Keppinger goes back to tag. McCutchen will fire to third as both runners move up. Here's a relay to second and safe. Oh, that was close on Hunter Pence. But Keppinger went to third and Pence to second. As the ball went to Cedeno from McCutchen, then he relayed it on to Walker at second.
Yeah, dangerous play. Smart base running to tag up and put yourself in a position to advance. And Hunter read the ball. He saw McCutchen's throw headed toward third base, but it was low enough where Cedeno could cut it and make a play on him there at second. No shot at Keppinger. Just good play all the way around. Good throw. And Hunter with the hustle able to beat the rap, and now the Astros can pull within 1 with a base hit.
From Brett Wallace. Ball 1 to Wallace, .318, 5th best batting average in the National League. 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. And on base average also ranking in the top 10 in the league, .396. At home, he's a .358 hitter this season. That's 3rd best in the league. In the dirt, good pickup by Dusty Brown.
Dusty, a rookie. He's made 6 starts behind the plate for the Pirates. There's the breakdown on McDonald. Fastball, curveball, changeup. He's throwing a lot of fastballs here. Not afraid to throw it over the fat part of the plate either. There's a changeup.
Now 3-0 to Wallace. Downs on deck. Wallace has reached base in 9 of his last 11 plate appearances. And make it another time that he reaches base on his 28th walk of the year, loading the bases for Matt Downs. 4-pitch walk. Clint Hurdle turns his back on the field, makes a note. Matt Downs with 4 homers, 17 runs batted in, has a .282 average. Downs 1 for 2 in this series, 3 for 9 with a homer on this homestand, and he's driven in 4, getting the call at third base today with Chris Johnson resting.
Big early at bat here. Down 3 runs after leaving so many men on base in last night's game.
Downs looks at it. It's ball 1. Downs is hitting .429 in his last 13 games. Keppinger, Pence, and Wallace hoping to advance. Sanchez on deck.
See if he gets a fastball to hit right here.
He's not getting as many lately because he's just really been ripping the fastball.
Well, he got one there, but it was down, and he's highly likely to get another one here. Bases are loaded. Got nowhere to put them.
Bangs that one off his foot. As you saw, the numbers have been very good for Matt Downs in these situations. This is his 12th start of the year, his 7th at third base. Chris Johnson rooting for him.
I would have balked. Keppinger had me unnerved.
Yeah.
I looked up from my scorebook, and Keppinger was halfway down the third baseline.
It was. He made a little dash.
Not a bad idea. It comes under the category of playing the whole game. It doesn't cost anything. Third baseman's back. Trying to distract that pitcher.
Foul back, still 2-2. Downs has his 4 homers and only 71 at bats. That's an average of a homer every 17.75 at bats. That's 12th in the league in at bats per home run. .25 pitches already so far for McDonald. That's rocked to right field, but Paul is playing deep, is right there. And it's no runs, 2 hits, 3 men stranded for Houston, 3-0 Pittsburgh after 1. Lyles warming up, and both pitchers really had to labor through that first one. Lyles threw 8 pitches to Paul, 6 to McCutchen, 9 to Walker. Then Jones hit the 3-run homer on a 1-2 count, and so both he and McDonald had to throw 25 pitches plus in that very first inning, but the Pirates got their 3 runs home on 1 swing.
And Pirates following that game plan that has made the Yankees so successful, grinding out at bats, seeing a lot of pitches. Doesn't necessarily make for entertaining baseball, but it helps you win. It's a solid game plan. They don't walk a lot. They're middle of the pack in the league in terms of walks, but just the ability to work counts, stay in at bats, helps chip away at a pitcher's strength.
Cedeno lines one right center field. Michael Bourne over. Very good play by Bourne. A well hit ball by Cedeno.
Well, Jordan, having worked so hard in the first inning, perhaps thinking, well, I'm going to try to get some quick outs here and be aggressive. Cedeno's not a guy who hits the ball out of the ballpark. So that's a good strategy to employ. Down towards the bottom of the order, be aggressive.
Dusty Brown takes strike one. He's from Orange, California. Turns 29 in 3 more days. 095 for Dusty Brown.
Love that name.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike.
In smoky gray.
He had 12 at bats with Boston last year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He was a Boston draft choice, 35th round in 2000. Pirates signed him as a AAA free agent last December. He was also very briefly with the Red Sox in 09. Just 3 at bats. Spent a lot of time the last few years at Pawtucket. Now Corcoran going out. And it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. I asked Brad Mills after last night's game, which found many trips to the mound by J.R. Tolles, where he came down on catchers going to the mound. He said he's fine with it. He said all those Red Sox Yankees games the last few years when I was there were many trips to the mound by catchers, a lot of times with runners at second base. And the issue is the runner at second base trying to steal the catcher's signs. So he doesn't give signs. He goes out and tells the pitcher what he's going to want. A roller out to second base.
Not clever enough to come up with some signs that the guys can't read. My goodness, we've been doing this for 100+ years, this sport of ours.
Said he's whatever it takes to get it done. He's fine with those trips to the mound.
Well, you know, he may be fine with it. He may not be, but I don't know. He's going to admit it. He's not going to throw his catcher and pitcher under the bus, because I think as a manager or a pitching coach, you'd like to see a little better flow. So what he's willing to concede to the media and what he really thinks may be 2 different things.
Could be.
Funny though, because there was a story online today about Yorvit Tarialba.
Oh yeah.
The Rangers accusing the Yankees of stealing signs. He was yelling at Mark Teixeira last night when he was on second base. Base runners, that's fine. They're supposed to try to steal signs.
What?
And if you think they're stealing signs, don't yell at them. Call for a breaking pitch and then throw a fastball under somebody's chin, and that'll end it.
Yeah, should take care of it. You think they're not going to try to steal signs when they're at second base? Yeah, that's a little bit of an assumption.
Just use a series of signs or use some taps or do something that's a little deceptive. And the other thing you don't want to do is move early. You don't want to give location early when you set up with a man on second base.
Struck him out looking. 1-2-3 second for Jordan Lyles, a 3-0 lead for the Pirates. Of the second inning, James McDonald was supported with the 3-0 win when Jones went deep, was spotted with the 3-0 win, and now it's Sanchez leading it off. Bottom of the second inning, and there is ball one up from James McDonald. Sanchez a .251 homer, 19 runs batted in, getting the rotation at shortstop today with Clint Barmas resting. And bounces this one on one hop. It goes to Harrison. One out for McDonald.
Angel usually tries to hit the ball up the middle or the other way, and that swing there rolled over on one, and that's a product of not getting a lot of at-bats lately. The timing off a little bit. This is a ball that he normally handles and normally would try to hit the other way. The front side opens up a little bit, and that's why you got to give guys like Angel Sanchez and Matt Downs the occasional start to keep them sharp. That's what Brad Mills is doing today.
Strike Corcoran.
Two-pronged, really. You know, you rest some of your guys that are in there every single day. They need a break, and the other guys need some ABs.
No balls, 2 strikes to the switch-hitting 27-year-old catcher, making his 4th start as an Astro.
We had a shot at Keppinger last inning, bluffing down the line. Not that he would be the candidate, but you could see if he worked out of the full windup with a man on third base, you could see somebody trying to steal home on him. A very deliberate, slow windup.
Strike 3 call. First strikeout for James McDonald. Well, McDonald, a former Dodger, shooting for win number 5 here today.
Amazing how similar these pitchers today has gone here in the early going. Both guys facing 6 in the first inning. The difference being that Jones hit that 3-run shot. Matt Downs with the base loaded hit the ball hard to right field, but not hard enough to get it out of here.
Jordan Lyles has a 2-0 count. Jordan's 1 for 5.
Good athlete. Going to be a good hitting pitcher.
2 balls, 1 strike. James McDonald, 26 years old. He beat the Astros in Pittsburgh May 8th, 5-4 with 6 shutout innings. Out to right field. Paul is waiting. It's a 1-2-3 second as both pitchers enjoy that pattern in the second inning, and it remains 3-0 Pittsburgh.
That's the Boston Red Sox at Minute Maid Park this summer for an interleague series, July 1st through the 3rd. On Sunday, July 3rd, the first 10,000 fans of the 105 game receive a Brett Myers bobblehead, courtesy of Dahill, I should say. Buy tickets at Astros AT.com. That's pretty good. A Brett Myers bobblehead. You'll have to find out once you get it. You saw a picture of it. How long the beard is and does it match his current setup?
Why don't we get a Brett Myers Chia bobblehead where his beard would grow?
Oh, my God.
It's becoming green.
There's Jose Tabata taking strike one. Third inning underway. Pirates 3, Astros nothing. He bunted for a hit. And now he grounds back to Lyles. 1 out. Paul will be next. Paul was caught looking in first.
Good little, I don't know if he's calling that a slider or a cut fastball, but essentially the same concept. Just a little late movement, running away from the barrel out towards the end of the bat on a right-handed hitter.
He was working on the cut fastball in spring training. And then he tightened it. Fly ball to left center field. Carlos Lee. 2 outs. Probably a good idea to tighten it up to really show more of a disguise on that pitch to the hitter.
And it's, you know, it's jargon, you know, it's one guy's cutter is another guy's slider. I guess if you're trying to make a real distinction between the two, a cutter would be a ball that wouldn't have any real depth to it. It would just stay on one plane and move across the strike zone.
McCutchen drew a walk and scored a run on that 3-run homer by Garrett Jones. That's strike one. It's Detroit 4, Cleveland 2. They're in the bottom of the 5th in the Motor City. Johnny Peralta hit his 10th for the Tigers. Ryan Rayburn, number 6. 1 ball, 1 strike. There was a story in Pittsburgh newspaper today about the Pirates president Frank Coonelly saying that he is lobbying Major League Baseball for the Pirates to be in the NL East. 1 hopper, Sanchez. And it's only a 6th pitch, 3rd inning for Jordan Lyles, so he's catching up after that laborious first. It's 3-0 Pittsburgh.
Possible.
And as the Astros rethink possible, they are trailing 3-0 coming up bottom of the 3rd inning. They'd love a comeback from that early deficit. And they have the right guy to get it started. Michael Bourne leading off the home 3rd inning. He hit a fly ball to left in the 1st, but McDonald was quick on the 1 hopper, 1 out on 1 pitch here in the 3rd.
See? How'd the top of the 3rd start?
Yeah, you're
Ground
right.
ball to the mound.
It's crazy the way these guys are following similar patterns.
Except for that pesky 3-run home run.
Yeah.
What a mulligan.
That would be very acceptable right now for Jordan Lyles. Jeff Keppinger singled to left in the 1st. And then the Astros went on to load the bases, but McDonald got downs on a fly ball to right. Keppinger looks at it. It's strike one. Keppinger was drafted by Pittsburgh in the 4th round in 01. But then he was traded to the Mets in 04 and came to the big leagues with New York that year. No balls, 2 strikes to Jeff from Miami, Florida. McDonald gets a strikeout looking. That is strikeout number 2 for him.
Yeah, watch Jeff. As his ball leaves his hand, does not recognize the spin, kind of locks up, and then the curveball drops into the strike zone. Good breaking pitch.
The 5th time Keppinger struck out.
See, that's the mark of a really good curveball, because a lot of times the 2-strike breaking ball, you don't want to leave it in the strike zone. You want it to start in the zone and break out. You're looking for a swing and a miss or weak contact. But when you've got one that good, you can buckle a hitter and drop it into the zone for a strike, as he did again right there with Hunter.
Yes, he did. Strike 1 to Hunter Pence, who singled to left earlier. McDonald has no career decisions against Houston with an ERA of 4.5. 1 ball, 1 strike. He certainly was in a prime position to get one in that game at Pittsburgh back on May 8th, leaving with a 2-0 lead. He skims that one by. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. He walked 2 and fanned 8 in 6 shutout innings that day. Pirates winning at 5-4. Way up, and Hunter flailed at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
High exploding fastball. Hunter got it started early and realized pretty early on that that was a bad idea to go after that one. Swinging and ducking all at the same time.
Curveball, he checked his swing. 3-2 now.
Astros have had their fill of right-handers with good curveballs lately. This work by McDonald here, reminiscent of Tommy Hanson the other day with the Braves.
Hanson was terrific. About a little sugar.
Get it on, fellas.
Back.
Watch that down with a snow cone.
Oh, yeah. It's a perfect afternoon right there. And with some kids, when they leave the ballpark, you can tell exactly what they've been eating all afternoon. Hot shot into center field. Hunter Pence is 2 for 2. Carlos Lee comes up next.
Nice battle here after a couple of one ugly swing and then being locked up by that first curveball. Hunter hangs in there, gets another curveball, and puts a good swing on it.
Lee went for the first pitch and hit a fly ball to center in the first with a couple of men on base. Carlos looks at ball 1. McDonald was traded by the Dodgers to Pittsburgh in July of 2010 for Octavio Dotel. He's another of those guys really coming along for the Pirates this season after going 4-6 with a 4.02 ERA last year. 4 wins already. His high in a big league season is 5 in 09 for the Dodgers. Ray Searage, the pitching coach, starting rotation, 3.60 ERA, 4th best in the league. That's a bullet to left field, headed high up on that wall. Tabata can't make the catch. Here's Pence around third, and the relay from Cedeno, and the tag by Dusty Brown gets him. Oh, it's no runs, 2 hits for Houston. Lee winds up with a double, but Pence is gunned down with a strong throw from Cedeno. The recovery by Tabata. 7-6-2, 3-0 Pittsburgh. Hunter Pence on first, off the glove of Tabata. Then it hits the wall. He makes a quick recovery and gets the throw in accurately to Ronnie Cedeno, who has a strong arm.
And that's the key to me for the whole play, was that bounce right there. Just settled right there and came right up to him. And then he had the wherewithal to get that ball in a hurry to Cedeno, who made the strong throw home. And Dusty Brown, look at that left leg leaning out to block Hunter off the plate. Textbook work there by the catcher, Brown.
Neil Walker, Pirates up 3-0. Takes strike one. Good movement there for Jordan Lyles to the corner on Walker, who struck out in the first inning. Lyles is set down 7 straight after the home run by Garrett Jones. Now inside, and it's no balls, 2 strikes for Jordan Lyles. Keppinger to his right. 1 out. Garrett Jones with that 3-run homer in the first inning on a 1-2 pitch with 2 outs in the inning has accounted for all the scoring in this game. It was his 4th career homer against Houston pitching. He takes a curveball. There's strike one.
Jordan really settling into a nice rhythm now where he's command of all of his pitches.
1-1 to Garrett Jones, who turns 30 in another few days. He's from Harvey, Illinois. Spent 11 years in the minors. 1-2.
Last time up, they're trying to throw an inside fastball and just ran back out over the plate. Pretty much since that pitch, Jordan Lyles has been spot on.
This time Jones swings for a pitch upstairs and strikes out.
The question is it too late? McDonald will be able to make this 3-run lead hold up, McDonald and the Pirate bullpen. But right now Jordan Lyles is throwing the ball exactly where he wants to almost every time. Corcoran coming out of his crouch wanted that high fastball up there. Lyles hit the spot, got his man.
4th strikeout for Jordan. 55 pitches into the game. Now Josh Harrison. That's strike one to Harrison, who bounced out to third earlier. Josh is from Cincinnati. Went to the University of Cincinnati. He's 24 years old, and he was acquired by the Pirates from the Cubs in a deal in July of 2009.
He too comes from baseball bloodlines. His uncle was T-Bone Shelby.
That's right. John Shelby.
His uncle is T-Bone Shelby, I should say.
Yeah.
Still his uncle. Just because he's not playing anymore doesn't make him a was.
No. But T-Bone Shelby had a rough game in the Astrodome June 3rd, 1989, in that 22-inning game. He was what, 0 for 10?
0 for 10 or 11, yeah.
Bill Brown, Jim DeShays. Greg Lucas, by the way, has a correction on the Don Gullett touchdown stat. And he's looked it up. That's a liner going foul. Greg, what was that correction? How many touchdowns did Don Gullett score in a high school game in Lynn, Kentucky?
Oh, you don't believe me when I said Don called then, huh? No, he scored 11. 11 in one game, 6 extra points, 72 points in one football game.
72 points?
Yep.
That is ridiculous. Nobody believes that story. We keep telling that, and yeah, you find a lot of incredulous looks.
Well, you believe the other one when he was in high school. He pitched a 7-inning perfect game in which he struck out 20 of the 21 outs.
Yeah.
You can believe that one, I think.
Yeah, you can believe that.
Swing and a miss on that heater.
Harrison is down. That's strikeout number 5. That's 10 straight outs for Jordan Lyles. Now will some runs be coming? Pittsburgh 3, Houston nothing. Maybe that will stir some offense here as it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. Bottom of the 4th inning. Jordan Lyles has been pitching extremely well since that 3-run homer by Garrett Jones. And here's Brett Wallace taking ball 1. He drew a 4-pitch walk in the 1st inning. Downs and Sanchez to follow. Fastball makes it 1-1.
Now they're shifting. 2 pitches into the at bat. Here goes Harrison. You've got to get to the bottom of this, Brownie.
Now this is crazy. The third baseman is going way over on the second base side, and Cedeno staying where he is at shortstop.
As soon as they get 1 strike on him, they'll say, okay, he's not going to bunt now.
Well, wait a minute. He was never going to bunt. 1 and 2.
No, but I guess their thinking is that you don't want to give it to him with no strikes.
Okay. So they're into the Ted Williams shift almost. But Cedeno's still over there on the left side. And it's 2 and 2. So this tells Wallace they're going to come right after him on the inside part of the plate. Is that correct?
No, I don't think it really tells him anything about how they're going to try to pitch him. I think it tells him only what Clint Hurdle thinks Brett Wallace is inclined to do as a hitter. And they've got some advanced scouting reports or spray charts that lead them to believe he's going to hit the ball. If he hits it on the ground, it'll be on the right side. He hits the ball to left field a lot, but usually not on the ground. But he's not such an extreme pull hitter, not a pull hitter at all. But you would not anticipate this kind of a shift against him. Again, sometimes you can look at those numbers where they hit the ball directionally, but guys, Lance Berkman was a great example. Lance hit the ball to center field and left field a lot in the air. He almost never hit the ball on the ground to the left side of the infield.
That's ball 4. And that shift didn't amount to a hill of beans. They walked it. It's fun to talk about, though.
Yeah, and Ron Reineke, the Brewers manager, has been employing a lot of shifts. And there's so much information out there now. I guess if you've got a lot of evidence on paper that tells you something, you'd be foolish not to pay attention to it.
Wallace at first for Downs. Downs hit a fly ball to right with the bases loaded to end the first. Ground ball, and that's by Harrison into the left field corner. Wallace heads for third base. Downs is on his way to second. Dave Clark will put a hold on at third, and it's a double for Downs. 8th double for Downs.
Last night it was one opportunity after another, and the Astros scored 3 but left a lot on the bases. So far today they've left 4, including the bases loaded in the first, but a golden opportunity now. Second and third, nobody out. Last inning their base runners came after 2 are out.
7, 8, 9 hitters to follow. Angel Sanchez hit a ground ball to third. Pirates lay back on the infield with the 3-0 lead. Ball 1. It was really intriguing where Clint Hurdle put his third baseman Harrison on that shift, but Harrison's a guy who's played second as well, so he probably was very comfortable there.
Yeah, and it may be that they figure, Cedeno's got much more range at shortstop. Say, okay, you're the lone guy on this side. You cover all this, and we'll send Harrison over with the other guys. In our 1-3-1 deployment.
Makes sense. It's 1-1.
I think outside the box sometimes. Larry Dierker used 4 outfielders when Mark McGwire was hitting.
True. Phillies are shutting out Florida 3-0. Bottom of the 7th inning in Philadelphia. Ryan Howard hit his 15th. Sanchez checked his swing. No. Alan Porter on appeal said he went. 1-2.
One of the better curveballs that McDonald's snapped off.
Looked like a check, didn't it?
Yeah, I would have said no swing with that. If I had the ability to look at a replay, which I did. First base umpire didn't, but yeah, it looked like he was able to hold up. There it is again.
And 2-2. Another appeal.
Go the 50-50 route there. One was, so it's like we talked about the other night, the possession arrow. First one was, this one isn't. That curveball will get a lot of check swings, though. That's a tough pitch.
Corcoran on deck. Slowly hit to third. Harrison will make the throw to first and gets the out with a run scoring to make it 3-1. And Downs also advanced to third. Sanchez gets his 20th run batted in on the 5-3 ground out. Scoring Wallace and advancing Downs to third base.
Normally in that situation, we're talking about a productive out that's hit on the ground to the right side to get one in and one over. But here it's just a little high chopper to third base. You see Wallace coming down the line, reads it off the bat. He's able to score. And then with two long throws and necessitated to get Downs, he's able to get over to third base.
Corcoran struck out looking in the second inning. This one goes to center. Downs back to tag on the McCutchen catch. He'll waltz home to make it 3-2. And Corcoran picks up his first RBI.
You do Carlos a favor there. A lazy hanging changeup up in the zone.
First major league RBI for Carlos Corcoran. Downs, who doubled, scored run number 2. Now it's Jordan Lyles batting. Strike to Lyles, who lined out to right in the second inning.
The way Lyles is pitching with that 2 spot going up on the board, the Astros' chances of winning this one just went way up.
No balls, 2 strikes. Well, they parlayed that leadoff walk, a double, a ground out, and a fly ball into 2 runs. 2 runs on 1 hit in the inning. Last inning, they had no runs on 2 hits, where the runner lost at the plate. That chop will be a foul ball. Cliff Lee has the shutout going for the Phillies against Florida, 3-0 after 7. Lyles strikes out, but the Astros come up with 2 runs on 1 hit, and after 4, it's 3-2. Bucko.
Date in 1995, Astros current interim pitching coach Doug Brocail got his first save of the season as the Astros defeated the Mets 7-5 in 16. Jeff Bagwell got the game-winning hit. Jim Doherty got his 3rd win. Big day for Doug Brocale back in 1995.
Had to wait around a while to get that save. 16 innings. Wonder how many other guys were out there in the bullpen in the 16th inning. Well, he came through. And he'd love to see a win of any kind today as the Astros and Pirates play the final game of this homestand. 3-2 Pittsburgh. Ronnie Cedeno leads it off. Jordan Lyles delivers. There's strike one, and the fifth inning's underway. Cedeno lined out to center on one pitch in the second inning. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Lyles has retired 10 in a row after the 3-run homer by Garrett Jones in the first.
Yeah, he is rocking and rolling. He's been very precise with all of his pitches. He's thrown 65 now. 46 strikes, just 19 balls.
Cedeno's down on strikes. That's 6 strikeouts, 3 in a row. Dusty Brown's the batter. He grounded out earlier. In the Pirate Media Guide, his home is listed as Galveston, Texas. Only 2 hits, 3 earned runs allowed in 4 1/3 innings by Jordan Lyles.
Everything he gave up was there in the first, and again continued to be impressed by the way he responds to situations. Young pitcher giving up a 3-run jack, you might think he would get very cautious about throwing the ball over the plate, and he's done nothing but throw quality strikes since that home run.
Fastball foul back. Still 1-2 to Dusty Brown. Chris Snyder is out for the season with back surgery. We were wondering about that the other night. Lyles has thrown 11 of the last 12 first pitch strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Dolman's been out with a sprained ankle. Jason Jaramillo out with an elbow injury. Pirates have used 6 different catchers this season.
I heard Mike LaValliere called looking for a tryout. I think he wanted to make a comeback.
He was a good one.
Yeah, when they had LaValliere and Don Slott as the backup, it was a pretty good combo.
It really was. LaValliere hit left. Didn't have much power, but he was a good receiver. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You can't always have a Brian McCann. It's really hard to find. You know, now this year with the injury, of course, to Buster Posey, another one of the top offensive catchers in the major leagues, it's even tougher to find the Brian McCanns of the world. Swing and a miss and a strikeout of Dusty Brown. That's 7.
Change up that he was able to slot over the outside corner. Got Cedeno on a high fastball. These finish hitters off with the slider or cutter, with the curveball. So right now these Pirate hitters like I don't know what to look for.
James McDonald sees ball 1. He struck out looking in the second inning. Lyles is maintaining a nice quick pace. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Astros will be heading for Dodger Stadium, where tomorrow night it'll be Brett Myers and Ted Lilly on FS Houston.
A good changeup. Astros have not had a lot of success against Ted Lilly over the years.
No. 8:30 for Astros Live on FS Houston tomorrow night. Foul ball, still 1-2. And then Saturday there's a night game, same time, 8:30 for Astros Live. Wandy Rodriguez and Ruby De La Rosa. Sunday a day game, Bud Norris and Hiroki Kuroda. And then the next series takes the Astros to Texas to meet the Rangers.
Hey.
2-2.
Yo, Adrian. The Astros will miss Clayton Kershaw. That's good news.
Yeah.
There we go.
Chad Billingsley. That's bad news. And that's a strikeout, and that's 5 in a row for Lyles. And 3-2 Pirates. You on as the Astros come up in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Pull up a chair. We've got a ball game. We'll be seeing Vin Scully tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Vin is like he's like the favorite uncle of baseball,
isn't he? Though?
Yeah, everybody's always happy to see Vin. Tells you a good story or two.
Great time.
Always leave with a smile on your face.
Michael Bourne leads it off. He's 0 for 2. Like that story about Smead Jolly. We were talking about that. That's ball 1. Smead Jolly and Frenchy Bordegaray. Bunt hit foul. The great names. We don't get names like that anymore.
Well, we got Dusty Brown.
We got Dusty Brown. That's good.
No, not many people are naming their kids Smead these days.
Cookie Lavagetto.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike. Keppinger and Pence to follow. It's 3-1. Bourne looking down. And he sees Josh Harrison not too far away. And it's inside and almost hit him. Leadoff walk. The 28th walk for Michael Bourne. Now we'll see if he's going to be running.
Leadoff walk to Brett Wallace got things started in the 4th inning. Let's see if McDonald's able to hasten his delivery. Base runners 9 out of 12 against McDonald. Brown has a reputation of being a pretty good catch and throw guy in the minor leagues anyway.
Keppinger has a single and a strikeout looking. Bourne draws some attention. Michael, with 29 stolen bases, leads the majors. He's been caught only 3 times. Last night he stole third twice. So he's 9 for 9 this season in stealing third base. Keppinger looks at ball 1, and the second time was on the front end of a double steal with Hunter Pence stealing second. The Astros as a team are 3rd in steals with 58 in the National League. Their percentage is really terrific. Now it's 2-0. Dusty Brown goes out to talk with James McDonald.
It looks like he'd be able to get this back against McDonald, but with McDonald having a difficult time throwing strikes, I think maybe why even risk it right now. Give Keppinger a free swing here on 2-0 if he's inclined to go after a 2-0 fastball, if he throws him a cookie and he's able to throw strike one and keep the at-bat alive, then 2-1 becomes a very favorable running situation for Bourne. Stay put.
3-0. Well, 3-1, and he walked Bourne. Now 3-0 on Keppinger. Leadoff walk in the last inning turned into a 2-run frame. 3 balls, 1 strike to Keppinger. Keppinger's a .231 career hitter against the Pirates. The throw goes over. The Pirates have allowed 44 steals in 59 attempts. Dave Clark with the signs. Last time the Astros lost a series to Pittsburgh at Minute Maid Park before this one was in 08 July. Now it's a full count on Keppinger. He's done a lot of looking.
Like from a 2-hole hitter, a guy who's willing to take pitches, sacrifice himself. A 3-1 count at the time. You're looking to inflict some damage, but he's taking pitches, allowing Michael an opportunity to steal. Keppinger doesn't mind hitting with 2 strikes. Doesn't affect him much at all. Pretty much has a 2-strike approach throughout his at bat. Just letting the ball get deep and trying to hit line drive, spray the ball around the field. He's not loading up, taking a big swing.
Bourne runs. There's a shot. Diving Cedeno. He gets up and throws to first. Spectacular play to get Keppinger. Bourne at second, 1 out, but Cedeno made a sparkler.
And just a great at bat by Keppinger. Ends with a heck of a swing and a real nice play by Cedeno.
Belly flop for that one. Brilliant effort. He ranks second in fielding percentage among Major League shortstop, but that one is one that not too many will make. Hunter Pence is 2 for 2.
Whoever made the decision to have the second baseman cover on the steal as opposed to the shortstop's feeling pretty good about that call too.
You bet.
Cedeno's breaking the cover. It's first and third, nobody out.
Pence has gone to left field and to center with his 2 singles today. Looking at ball 1. Since the beginning of 2009, the Astros 15-5 at home against the Pirates. Hunter's hitting .390 with men in scoring position. That's 4th in the league. (2-0). Texas 2, the Yankees 2. They've played 7 at Yankee Stadium. Kansas City and Oakland just about to start out west. Milwaukee 5, the Cubs 5. They're in the top of the 3rd. Braun hit his 15th. George Kotaras number 1 for the Brewers. Deep left center field. Hunter Pence hits one hard to the base of the bullpen fence. That'll score the tying run. RBI double. Bourne steps on home plate. 3rd straight hit for Pence. His 51st run batted in. Comes through again with a man in scoring position.
Each time up, he hits it just a little bit harder. Next time, he's going to hit it up on the train tracks. He exploded on that fastball. It was moving in on him, but he got the barrel out in front of it.
'45th run scored for Michael Bourne. They love it. It's now a tie ball game, and that brings the pitching coach Ray Searage to the mound.
Pence and Bourne, they kind of got a Bagwell-Biggio thing going on this year. One of those RBIs for Hunter Pence have been driving in Michael Bourne. The way Baggy used to drive in Craig.
Jerry Blockus is celebrating a birthday today. So is Phil Mickelson. Tree Rollins. Who is Skeeter Scalzi?
Skeeter Scalzi.
Never heard of him.
He played for the Pittsburgh Crawfords.
Okay.
I got no idea.
How about Sonia Braga? Figure skater?
Sounds right. She's an actress who played a figure skater, I think.
It's Carlos Lee batting now. He doubled to left. And Hunter Pence was thrown out trying to score on that double. He's 1 for 2. Now he can give the Astros the lead with Brett Wallace on deck. Strike one on the foul ball. Well, McDonald had that 3-0 lead after the Pirates batted in the first inning. Now he's giving it all back.
Skeeter Scalzi is 5 foot 6 inches tall. John Skeeter Scalzi.
Pick off at second. Hunter Pence gets back ahead of the tag by Hill.
He was a manager. He played at the University of Alabama. He was a longtime minor league manager. I'm trying to find his major league credentials here. Why? Because I can.
You can Google like nobody's business.
He played for the New York Giants in 1939. Had 18 at bats. That was the entirety of his major league career.
18 at bats. That was it.
He was 6 for 18. He's a .333 hitter.
One and two. Probably the pesky sort from your description.
Yeah. Quite good enough to be Scooter, but had to settle for Skeeter.
Remember Skeeter Barnes?
Mm-hmm.
Played back in the 80s.
Walt Skeeter Pila?
No. Who was he?
Played with me at Lemoyne College.
Pretty good power hitter?
Skeeter was a slick shortstop, and he could pitch a little bit, too.
Okay. Ground ball foul. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Catching in some opportunities now in the middle innings where they failed to do in the early going, and it's 3-2. I said that you really like the Astros' chances now the way Jordan Lyles is pitching. They can take a lead here. Fortification in the bullpen. Fernando Abad has joined the team. 2 lefties out there now.
There's some fortification if it stays fair. It is a foul ball.
Yeah, F-O-U-L foul. Almost F-O-W-L foul. Carlos, see if he had his punch fist routine going, trying to keep that baby fair. You're going to get a good look here at how close this one is. Just missing.
Another 2-2 pitch. And that's strike 3 on the big hammer. 2 outs. 4 strikeouts for McDonald.
And his go-to pitch. Fastball command has been so-so, and that's what's created the problems for him. Leadoff walks more than anything have been his undoing.
Here's an intentional walk to Brett Wallace. The Pirates are really obsessing over Brett Wallace. This is the 3rd walk he's received in this game. They've shifted on him. And they'll face Matt Downs instead.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because Brett is hitting for a high average, but he's not hitting for a lot of power. But they're treating him like he's this A very dangerous slugger. He's only hit 4 home runs. Obviously, he would be one guy you'd want to be a little cautious with because he swings from the left side, and McDonald has struggled against lefties this year. But Downs has hit the ball hard both times up. Line drive to right field first time up, and then that double down the line last inning.
Hurdle gets on the phone to the bullpen. Wallace is hitting 212 men in scoring position, by the way. Matt Downs 615 with men in scoring position coming into this game, but 1 for 2 for the Pirates today as a team. The Astros 1 for 5. Downs came up with the bases loaded, hit a fly ball that JD talked about, and then doubled with the runner at first. Strike to Matt. Baltimore got 2 in the 9th. Toronto got 1 in the 9th. Baltimore won at 4-3 at Toronto.
I love that look hitters give an umpire when they get that borderline call going against them. It's like when your teenage kid asks to borrow the car keys. Well, I don't know. I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
Tony Watson's warming up, a left-hander. Yeah, it's not the definitive no because you just don't know how it's going to work out.
Yeah, it's not. He's not screaming at the umpire. You sure you don't want to rethink that?
2 balls and strike. Big situation right here for the Astros with a shot at taking the lead. Been behind all day until a moment ago.
It's been a tough homestand. Not a lot of things going well for the home team. It would be nice not only to win this game, but to get some separation and have a nice easy win in the late innings. At the end of the day, that man right there will take any kind of a W before heading out on this road trip. The Astros in a pretty rugged stretch in their schedule.
Foul ball.
Got the Braves and the Cardinals on this homestand, a much improved Pirate team. Now they go on the road. That's usually difficult. Out in LA over the years, it's been a challenge. Then into Texas to play the Rangers, and then coming home for more interleague with the likes of the Red Sox, the Rays, and the Rangers again.
Well, there's reading, writing, arithmetic, and then there's the Red Sox, Rangers, and Rays.
3 R's of the American League.
Grounded. Harrison at third. Step on the base, and he just barely got there ahead of a hustling Hunter Pence for the force play, giving the Astros a tying run on 1 hit, leaving 2. After 5, it's tied 3-3.
that the guys will have to hem and haw and stall. What former Pirate was Houston's first home run hitting hero? Former Pirate.
Blackbeard.
We will hold off on that.
See, I knew it was going to be one of those.
That's okay. Hunter Pence came in hard at third base, and then he winced after this. Seemed to be limping, maybe the left ankle bothering him as he got up from that slide at third to end the inning.
Yeah, initially I thought it was his front foot where he jammed into the bag, but he didn't really go that hard into the bag, but maybe that back leg. So he had the back problem the other day. They kept him out of the lineup.
3-3 game. 13 straight Pirates have been set down by Jordan Lyles. Jose Tabata showing bunt. He led off the game with a bunt single, and that led to a 3-run first. And he grounded back to Lyles. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's go with Roman Mejias.
Anyone with Astros history on their brain, and certainly Brownie does because he's been working on a book, would know that Roman Mejias hit the Astros, actually the Colt 45's first Houston home runs in opening day.
Yeah, he hit 2 3-run homers in the first ever game by the Colt 45s. How about that?
24 for the season, and that was by far the best of his 9 full or part-time major league seasons because he only finished with, I think, 54 for his career.
Yeah.
He moved on to Boston, actually, that second year. But it was Roman Mejias.
3-2 now to Jose Tabata. Ground to shortstop to Hopper. Sanchez to first. 1 out.
And here it is. It is never official until it is graphically shown. What former Pirate was the first home run hero? And it was Roman Mejias.
That's a good one.
That was at old Colt Stadium. And wow, was that place ever a hot box, Greg?
Oh my! Didn't play many day games there. Very soon after they got going.
No.
Well, don't forget, trivia tomorrow starts out with our movie/baseball questions as we move into
LA.
LA. Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, spend all day grinding away on that one.
Yeah.
Get some homework done.
Get some old movies.
Garrett Cooper. 1 ball, 1 strike. William Bendix.
Go to college, Lou. That's my impersonation of Lou Gehrig's mother in the movie Pride of the Yankees. Go to college, Lou.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Look at this kid pitch. He is dealing.
1-2. 90 pitches for Jordan Lyles. 62 have been strikes.
He's allowed 3 balls out of the infield. Unfortunately, one of them a 3-run homer. So that was then and this is now, and he is locked in.
He struck out 8. Two balls, 2 strikes as Jordan takes a little walk. He was in a position to win his first major league start, had a 1-0 lead until late. Two and 2. That was until the 8th inning, and then the Cubs got a couple. Jordan wound up with no decision. The Astros won that game 7-3.
Kind of downturn frown there. That's about as much emotion as you're going to see out of him. He's trying to throw that breaking ball in under the hands of the left-handed hitter, and he pulled off the pitch, flew open, and left it up and away. And kind of a little grimace, and then right back to work.
Ground ball, and it's foul. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Minnesota beat the White Sox 1-0.
Another 1-0 ball game. My goodness, there's been a slew of those this year.
Well, let's see what's going on here with Matt Downs coming over. Go up, run out.
Discussion, I'm guessing, it's how they want to try to finish off Paul. .93 pitches for Lyles.
Jordan threw 111 pitches in his last start against the Braves. Still 2-2. Nick Blackburn won that 1-0 game for the Twins against the White Sox, and Mark Burley was the tough luck loser. He's 65 now. Matt Capps got save number 9. Michael Kadire hit his 10th homer. That was in the second inning. And the Twins are now 28-39. They'll try to climb back toward 500 after a terrible start.
1-0 game with Mark Burley. That might have taken an hour and a half.
Might have.
Nobody works quicker than that man.
We're going to check on that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That game took 209.
Yeah, just looking at it myself. Wow.
209 for an American League game. Michael Bourne takes care of out number 2. Paul retired by Lyles, and now it's McCutchen. McCutchen has walked and scored on that 3-run first inning homer by Jones, and he's grounded out. Lyles is due up third in the bottom of the 6th. And due to the pitch count being a 96, this could be his final inning.
Well, only because you're going to try to score.
Right.
Probably hit for him. Otherwise, I just keep going, son.
Well, it's a shot into left center field. A line drive by McCutchen, giving him a 15-game hitting streak now, the longest of his career, with lefty Sergio Escalona warming up. The ball got loose, but it's backed up. So that's the first hit since the first inning. Only the 3rd hit allowed by Lyles in the game. Lyles had retired 15 in a row.
Great look at McCutchen as he rocks back, gets his weight on his backside, and then explodes through that pitch. Again, situation here where, you know, it's a 3-3 game in the 6th inning. You don't want to give up a stolen base, put the go-ahead run in scoring position, but you got 2 outs in the inning. You don't want to get too consumed with worrying about McCutchen that what you're doing with a hitter suffers.
Walker's the man. Infielders meet, except for Jeff Keppinger. Joe Mauer will be coming off the DL if things go well tomorrow. Ivan Hernandez got his 50th career complete game. Roy Halladay is the active leader. Josh Beckett has a 1.86 ERA. They were saying he had a 1-hitter last night.
Yeah,
only 1 base runner.
I know he had a 1-hitter.
Yeah, I think it was an infield hit.
Wow.
Casey Blake is hitting 154 this month, and the Marlins have lost 15 of 16. Neil Walker has struck out and grounded out. Walker has a career 365 average against Houston coming into this game. McCutchen not running, and there's strikeout. McCutchen has 13 steals in 18 attempts. Cliff Lee and the Phillies beat Florida 3-0. Lee going to 7-5. His ERA 3.12. He beat Javier Vasquez, who's 3-7. Ryan Howard hit his 15th long ball. Liner into center field. McCutchen gets to second base. Michael Bourne will hold him there. Walker with a single. Now it's Jones coming up.
Okay, now all of a sudden decision time for Brad Mills. Dynamics have changed a little bit here after 2 line drive hits, and the guy that took Jordan deep in the first inning coming up to hit. Looks like Escalona is going to get the call.
That would make it lefty on lefty. As Clint Hurdle pinch hits, and it'll be Escalona. Well, Jordan Lyles cannot be the winner, leaving in a tie game, but once again he has pitched very, very well. This is 3 starts out of 4 in the majors for Jordan Lyles that have gone extremely well, and they love Jordan Lyles' work here at Minute Maid Park today.
From
Halt on the Pittsburgh Pirates to allow the Astros to tie it, JD.
And he got Harrison to ground out to end the first inning, and from there just took control of this game, and just a great job of mixing up his pitches, moving the fastball up, down, in and out. Good curveball, slider, change up to both sides of the plate, and this kid can pitch. And if Jones inflicts a little damage here and 2 more runs come in, his line will look pretty ugly, but it will not be a true indication of what he showed here this afternoon. It's on Sergio Escalona here to get Jones, the left-handed hitter, out with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. And Sergio really been on a nice roll. 19 times he's gone out there to a 1.64 ERA. He's come in with 9 men on base, allowed just 1 of them to score so far.
1-1. He faced Garrett Jones and got him on a ground out in the 8th inning Tuesday night.
Jones has only had 16 at-bats against left-handed pitching this year. He's 2 out of 16, a 125 average.
Line shot, Michael Bourne moving for it, and in and down, and he did not make the catch, and the Pirates have the lead. And he fell forward, and the Pirates grab the lead now, as Jones hit one very hard, but it looked as if Bourne would catch it, and instead he could not hold on. He might be a little bit banged up too.
Play he makes a high percentage of the time. This ball's got a little slicing action on it as it sinks, and he just overplayed it a little bit, hit him down towards the wrist. Not an easy chance by any measure. The play he probably should have been able to put away, and it goes as an error.
Second error of the year for Michael Bourne, the 2-time Gold Glover. Now the Pirates lead 4-3. There's Josh Harrison batting, and he pumps one to right field. Hunter Pence backing way back, and Hunter Pence unable to hold that one. And the Pirates are going to get 2 runners home unless Keppinger can get the out at home, and he does.
What a play!
Corcoran. Wow. He took a hit as Walker came in hard. Corcoran stood his ground and took a strong throw from Keppinger to nail it for the 3rd out. Keppinger just turned and fired, and
got to hit the catcher. That's why you hit the catcher right there.
Now 5-3 Pittsburgh. There's ball 1 to Angel Sanchez, who is 0 for 2. He has an RBI on a ground out. Pirates getting 2 in the top of the inning on 3 hits with an error and a man left. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jordan Lyles in 5 2/3 innings allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, walking 1, fanning 8.
The Astros are very unlucky today, or the Pirates very opportunistic, depending on your point of view. The Pirates have had with 6 base runners and scored 5 runs.
Sanchez in the air behind third base. Ronnie Cedeno angles over. Oh, here's the throw to second base. It's there early, and Sanchez avoids the tag by Walker. Walker beside himself.
Wow, there's a whole lot going on here in these last 2 innings. Some bizarre plays.
Good hurdle out to argue.
And the Astros catch a break here. So that ball's got to be caught in left field. Some confusion on the part of the Pirates, and then it ends up here at second base. And Sanchez, he was out. It looked like he got the shoulder before he got his hand on the base. Good job by Angel taking evasive action. Yeah, he should have been called out. Astros catch a break, catch 2 breaks. Ball should have been caught. Umpire missed the call. Now you got to take advantage.
Good hurdle out to argue with Field and Culbreth on a safe call.
Lady Luck smiles upon you. Say thank you, Lady Luck, and then you take advantage of it.
Number 13 back to the bench. Double by Sanchez, his 7th of the year. And it's Corporon who made a heck of a tag there on Walker to prevent the Pirates from getting run number 6 home. He is 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Jason Michaels on deck.
I wonder if an umpire would have had the audacity, as Hurdle argued, that if Culbreth would have said, "Hey, your guy should have caught the ball. Don't put it on me. The ball's got to be caught out there."
That could really start something. Yeah, Hurdle's got to be disappointed for 2 reasons, both of which you just mentioned. No balls, 2 strikes. So McDonald handed the lead again after blowing a 3-0 lead earlier. Now he's up by 2, but he's given up a leadoff double.
And that's the reason why I second guessed the changeup he threw to Corporon last time up when Carlos got the sac fly to center field, because he was throwing the fastball right by him, and they threw him a belt high changeup.
Corporon to shallow left field. Tabata. 1 out.
Here's the play at the plate last half inning on the double over the head of Hunter Pence, and Carlos just stymies Jones there at home plate, just sits on him, and that's Jones got to. I mean, there's nowhere to go. You can't slide there. He's completely blocking off home plate. You've got to hit the catcher. Didn't have that ball socked away, but he had control.
Jason Michaels, the pinch hitter now. There's strike 1. So it was Garrett Jones out at the plate, not Neil Walker, as I mentioned earlier. We have a double warm-up activity for the Pirates. Tony Watson and Tim Wood. 196 for J. Mike. Time call by Michaels.
Sanchez dancing off second base, had Walker sneaking in behind him, and McDonald taking a long look, and Jason just got tired of waiting.
Michaels 2 for 16 pinch hitting. Both of those 2 pinch hits have come on this homestand for J. Mike. In the air, and it goes toward right field. Walker calling. 2 outs. Michael Bourne 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Will try to come through.
It was a tough error he was charged with last inning. Normally, when an outfielder dives for a ball, it's always ruled a hit.
Then Hurdle currently has a double switch in mind. Yes, he's bringing Brandon Wood off the bench. Wood goes to third base, replacing Harrison there. Harrison was the last batter in the top of the inning, so the pitcher goes into that number 6 spot in the order. And Wood will bat 9th.
their AAA club at Indianapolis. He was 2-3 with a 245 earned run average in 22 ball games. Drafted by the Pirates in the 9th round out of the University of Nebraska in 2007. He's worked his way up through their chain, kind of step by step. Growing success along the way at each level, and now an opportunity to come in and provide support for Clint Hurdle as a left-handed option in the bullpen, and there's why. Michael Bourne hitting just .203 against Southpaws.
Michael's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Strike for Watson. Watson pitched 1/3 of an inning in the 1-0 Pirate win Tuesday night, retiring Jason Bourgeois. Lefty's 0 for 4 against him. 9th round draft choice in 07 from Sioux City, Iowa.
He was born in Lincoln, Nebraska, and went to Grimes High School in Iowa, Dallas Center High School in Grimes, Iowa. He had a 0.10 ERA his senior year in high school through 3 no-hitters.
Won the Bob Feller Award.
This offseason, he can anticipate a phone call from Darren Erstad, who is now the head coach at Nebraska. Hey, okay, you're a big leaguer now. It's time to write a check to your alma mater.
Oh, yeah. Last year, he started and relieved at AA Altoona with a 2.67 ERA. Struck out 105 in 111 innings. Line drive left field. Tabatabai in for the catch. And in the 6th inning, it's no runs, a hit, and a runner stranded after 6. Pittsburgh 5, Houston 3.
All time. You can go to MLB.com/moments and vote now for your favorite Midsummer Classics. And tune into the 2011 MLB All-Star Game on Tuesday, July 12th, 7 p.m. Central on Fox to find out who won. Yeah, what do you think? Well, I'm partial to the ones where guys win games late.
So you would take Reggie's blast over Bo-Nose baseball?
Yeah, I guess I would. Oh, boy, I hate to have to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Wilton Lopez is 1-2. His ERA 2.42. He comes into a 5-3 ball game. Pirates leading, and Ronnie Cedeno leading off here in the 7th inning. Ball 1. Cedeno's 0 for 2. Sergio Escalona in 1/3 of an inning allowed 1 hit, no runs with no walks, no strikeouts. Fouled away. That makes it 1-1 to Cedeno. Lopez worked the Monday night game against the Braves. He's had 3 good scoreless outings on this homestand. Lopez has had 5 consecutive scoreless outings overall going back to the last road trip. Right-handed hitters are hitting .222 against Wilton.
Pitch track confirming that ball away. Number 3 there, just off the edge.
James McDonald threw 109 pitches, 61 for strikes. He is qualified for win number 5 of the year by going 5 2/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 3 runs, walking 4, fanning 4. Toward the right field line.
Certainly can be a fickle game. McDonald in position to win. Jordan Lyles on the hook for the loss. But you cannot convince me that James McDonald pitched better than Jordan Lyles here today.
No.
Or any scout that was sitting down there just watching. Not to say McDonald pitched poorly, but boy, Lyles. So good.
Ray Searage and McDonald talk things over. Fouled away. Lyles retired 15 in a row.
Well, Lyles kind of plagued by what Brett Myers has been plagued by, and Jay Happ at times this year, where games where they don't give up a lot of base runners, but a high percentage of them come around to score. Obviously, sometimes it's a matter of just making a big mistake in a crucial situation. Sometimes it's just a matter of bad luck.
Matt Downs makes a good play. We go to Greg.
And the deals continue to get better and better. This Father's Day, give Dad the gift of time together for an Astros game at Minute Maid Park. With an Astros Dad's Deal, you get tickets at nearly 50% off any game of your choice against the Red Sox, Rangers, or Rays, and free parking for every 4 tickets you buy. Can't beat that one. For tickets, visit Astros.com/dad.
Did you say free parking?
Yep, every 4 tickets you buy, free parking.
Dusty Brown fouls it. There's strike 1. Haven't heard that offered before.
No, it's another little perk. And how about the games? I mean, the Red Sox, Rangers, and Rays, those are not exactly bottom of the line guys.
Oh, those are spectacular games coming up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Absolutely great deal.
Red Sox team with the locals Josh Beckett, Carl Crawford coming to town. Always fun to see a guy like Big Poppy.
He's having a monster year. 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, no strikes, rather. Well, let's see. It is 2-1.
Matt Albers is a Red Sox.
He is. Now, the way the Red Sox rotation is right now, looks like Beckett will pitch here, if they follow on the 5th day for him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, but things can change. However, since Josh is from Spring, first round draft choice, highly ballyhooed all the way down the line since his draft, that would be great for a lot of people to see him. There you see the RBI leader, Adrian Gonzalez.
There you go. Yeah, you got to believe he would be the leading candidate for MVP in the American League the way he's going. A lot of baseball yet to be played.
Adrian Beltre of Texas with 50. Good pitch, getting a strikeout. He put that in a very fine spot on the outside edge. 2 outs. Brandon Wood.
Good heater on the outside edge with a little life.
Wood is 0 for 7 in this series with a couple of walks. .214 for the season with 2 homers. Taking ball 1. Pedro Alvarez has been out for quite some time now for the Pirates with a quad injury. With 9 Pirates on the disabled list. 2 balls, no strikes.
Alvarez, big time prospect. All really jumps off his bat.
Yes, it does. 2 balls and strikes. So that's a big left-handed bat missing from Clint Little's lineup right now, although he was not hitting.
No, he wasn't, but sooner or later he will.
It's a long list. Chris Snyder, starting catcher, out with back surgery. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, got a little giddy up on that fastball today. Normally he's a guy who's getting ground balls with his sinker, but he's throwing that fastball by people.
Three and 2. The Astros starting pitching has been pretty good this last week. Starters 3.29 ERA for this homestand coming into today. Grounded foul, still a full count on Wood. Pirate bullpen has been tough to beat. 26-3 is the Pirates record when they have a lead after 7 innings. And it's 30-0 after 8 innings.
Better get him in the 7th. It's a big inning coming up in the bottom half of this frame.
Michael Bourne backs up in center. In the 7th, Wilton Lopez retires 3 in a row. And it is Keppinger, Pence, and Lee due up in the bottom half with the score 5-3 Pittsburgh. Stretch, and they would love it even more if the Astros could come from behind here. Watson came in to retire Bourne for the final out of the 6th inning. 5-3 Pirates. Now he stays in facing Keppinger, who's 1 for 3. Keppinger grounds to third. Wood takes care of that out on 1 pitch. We go to Greg Lucas.
I have yet another great deal for Astro fans. It's the Summer Steel 6-game flex plan. Score 6 games for the price of 5. With the Astros Summer Steel 6-game flex plan, you buy 5 games, get the 6th free. Plans are also available in multiple seating sections and start at only $35. So buy yours today at Astros.com.
Well, still the lefty Watson is in, and Hunter Pence is 3 for 3 in this game with an RBI. Interesting strategy here.
Well, he's got that 2-run lead.
Yep.
If it were a 1-run ball game, I imagine there'd be a righty on the mound right now.
It's working so far. Cedeno takes care of out number 2. So Watson has 3 key outs for the Buccos with a 2-run lead. Now it's Carlos Lee, 1 for 3. Tim Woods warming up, a right-hander. Might be hitting Brett Wallace on deck. Lee doubled off the left field scoreboard wall in the third off the glove of Tabata, who then recovered and threw out Pence at the plate. Relay by Cedeno. Strike to Lee. We've had 2 plays at the plate. The Astros gunning down Jones. Out into center field. Oh, that was quick. 5 pitches in the 7th inning for Watson. 5-3 Pirates, moving to the 8th. Lopez had a 1-2-3 7th, as did Watson for the Pirates. Now in the 8th inning, it's Jose Tabata leading it off for Pittsburgh. He's 1 for 3. He bunted for a single to lead off the game and then came around to score on a 3-run first inning homer by Garrett Jones. And then strike 1. Astros have Wallace, Downs, and Sanchez due up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Showing bunt again. He takes the ball.
All right, bonus trivia for you guys. Yesterday I asked a Hall of Fame question, and it was shortstops in the Hall of Fame whose last name begin with R. So along that line of thinking, today the question is, name the 3 Hall of Fame second basemen whose last name begins with M.
Okay.
2 of them you'll
Joe Morgan.
Yeah. Morgan.
Mazeroski, there you go. The third one is a little more obscure. He was voted in by the veterans. You got to go to the way back machine.
Rabbit Moranville.
Good answer. Rabbit was a shortstop. Went in as a shortstop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but he sometimes played over there.
Let me just qualify this. This is according to Baseball America.
That's fine.
So,
yeah, just partial credit.
Second baseman M.
And I believe this is the gentleman who the last player, either the last player to play without a glove or the first player to play with a glove. Was kind of his claim to fame.
Oh, your guy.
Yeah.
Bid McPhee.
That's right.
Bid McPhee.
That's your guy.
From born in Messina, New York, my hometown. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go. You broke it out. You broke out the belt.
Yeah, just barely moving.
What happened to the clapper?
Yeah, I had my hand on the wrong end.
Okay. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You taking that bell to L.A.?
Oh yeah, it's in the bag at all times.
Well, do you remember what the deal with McPhee was? It I
think he was last
to go without a glove.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, because us Messina guys were a little tougher than the average Bear.
Struck him out. That's 4 in a row for Wilton Lopez.
It's a crazy game because the Astros pitching has really been dominant, aside from a couple of pitches. The 3-run homer Jones hit in the first inning came after a bunt single on a ball that Jordan would have been better off leaving it alone, let Downs make the play for him. Then he walked McCutchen. If you're going to find fault with the Jordan, you probably should have left that ball alone. Then the walk in front of the Jones home run. Then he just absolutely dealt. Escalona made good pitches. And now Lopez been pretty much unhittable.
Strike 1 to Paul. He's 0 for 3. McCutchen on deck. Phillies have won 7 in a row now. Getting that shutout from Cliff Lee today. 2-hitter. He drove in a run with a double.
It's hard to pitch as well as the Astros have in this game and give up 5 runs.
Pirates have 5 hits.
Bid McPhee went to the Hall of Fame more than 100 years after he played his last game.
Wow.
That's waiting a long time.
Waited longer than Pete Rose. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jordan Lyles allowed 5 base runners, and all of them scored. Still 1-2. Cliff Lee has won his last 5 starts at home. The Phillies really show signs of going off on a tear now that they got Utley back. Howard's hitting well.
They kind of weathered the storm there where they weren't hitting. Lee's just been kind of so-so this year, but be surprised to see him have a monster second half.
Wallace diving. It's on through into right field for a 1-out single for Paul.
It's 7 in a row the Phillies have won. They had a 5-game lead over Atlanta coming into play today. The Atlanta Braves host the Mets tonight.
McCutchen has scored 2 runs. He walked and came home in the first. He singled and scored in the 6th. Boston leads the Yankees by a 1.5 games. Detroit by 1 over Cleveland. Pretty close at first base there. Texas up by 1 on Seattle. The races are tied in the American League. So that Philly margin over Atlanta is the largest in any division in the majors right now. Milwaukee's 1 game up on St. Louis. San Francisco 2.5 ahead of Arizona. McCutchen moved out of there. It's ball 1.
Trying to crowd him with a 2-seam fastball, just missing that front arm. Let's hit him in the logo.
McCutchen's hitting .480 in the month of June. That's best in the major leagues.
He took some umbrage with that inside fastball.
Yes, he did.
This one was menacing. Look how aggressive he is. Trying to come in there one more time with that fastball, and he was ready for it.
Now 1-1. Lopez with a throw over. Rangers and Yankees are tied 2-2, bottom of the 10th at Yankee Stadium. Oakland got 4 in the second to lead Kansas City 4-0 after 2. One and 2.
Yeah, good counter to a guy who's taking that good aggressive swing at the fastball, come with the off-speed pitch. Welcome back, Fernando Abad. Pitched well down at AAA after he got sent out.
We were hearing that he changed his arm slot a little bit. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Now Brad Mills has 2 lefties in the bullpen. And he's not committing to using one in any different way than the other, but he did mention that Abad can stay in the game for a while. A very effective changeup. We may be leaning toward a longer type outing for Abad and shorter for Escalona. We'll have to wait to see how that develops.
Yeah, I think Escalona will be the guy to get a very tough lefty out in a big situation. I think Escalona is the guy.
Foul ball. Keeps the count of 1-2.
And they're thinking with Abad's changeup that works well against right-handed hitters. So he's a guy who could come in and face both right and left-handed hitters.
And David Carpenter's pitching pretty well also at Oklahoma City. Converted catcher. He came from St. Louis in the Pedro Feliz deal. Cubs lead 6-5 at home over Milwaukee in the bottom of the 6th inning. Carlos Pena is 10. It's 2-2.
One up 9-5. Greinke gave it up in that one. Allowed 6 earned runs, 8 runs total, and 5 1/3.
Well, McCutchen heads for first base, and there are 2 men on for Neil Walker.
Again, trying to crowd him with that 2-seam fastball, and he didn't want to leave it on the plate. Not the way McCutchen swung at that one fastball. So this one had a little extra run on it, hit him in the back pocket. Obviously, no intention to hit McCutchen there. Down 2 runs in the 8th inning.
Walker's 1 for 3. He scored after his 6th inning single on the double by Josh Harrison. Now Doug Brocail comes out.
Domi went deep in that game for the Cubs. On a big day, 3 out of 4 with 4 driven in.
Kyle Loesch of St. Louis will pitch tonight in Washington against lefty John Lannon.
Nationals are on a pretty good roll, Brownie.
Yeah. Just reading about them and the accumulation of young talent they have, and there's some speculation they might go out and try to add a major piece over the winter. They could be a team to keep an eye on by next year.
All the way, this Morse has come along. Espinosa, of course. Bryce Harper and Steven Strasburg.
Yes. There was some speculation that perhaps they might be interested in Prince Fielder. Keppinger to second. Sanchez to first. 4-6-3 double play for Lopez. No runs a hit and a man left. The Astros get their 61st double play of the year, and it's 5-3 Pirates.
Help send Hunter Pence to this year's All-Star game. You can vote 25 times at Astros.com. That's right, you can vote up to 25 times. Visit Astros.com and cast your ballot now for the 2011 All-Stars. Vote early, vote often. Vote today at Astros.com. Brownie?
Thanks, Greg. 5-3 Pirates, and Watson has gotten 4 key outs for Clint Hurdle. He stays in the game. Lefty on lefty as he faces Brett Wallace, who's walked all 3 times in this game. That's strike 1 to Brett. To be followed by Downs and Sanchez. Cracked bad roller, and he's doubled over.
Nobody's making a call.
No.
Nobody made a call. First base umpire thought it was a foul ball. Home plate umpire didn't call anything. Hurt himself. That's why he didn't run out of the box. The ball didn't hit him. But nobody knew what was going on. And the first base umpire was waiting for a call from the home plate umpire, but there was no call to be made by Adrian Johnson. Not sure what Wally did. Looked like he twisted his knee, maybe.
Maybe. 3 unassisted, the put out there. Now Downs looks at strike 1. He doubled and scored in the 4th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez on deck.
That's kind of like a sandlot game. There's no umpires. Just call your own fouls. Call your own plays.
Didn't know if it was foul or what it was. But Watson's doing a nice job.
And if Brett hadn't been obviously dealing with the pain of whatever happened, you know, he could have tried to press his case that the ball hit him and it was a foul ball. I think somebody might have bought that argument the way the umpires reacted.
Yep. He gets a strikeout. This is impressive from Tony Watson. 6 straight outs since he came in.
Well, it's funny in the opening game of the series, Clint Hurdle. Frequent trips to the bullpen, but the last couple of games he's allowed relievers to stretch it out. Daniel McCutcheon came in after Charlie Morton last night and worked 3 innings of relief before Hanrahan came into the game.
Looking at Wallace on the bench, Rex Jones seems to be focusing on maybe the left hand area.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, either hand or knee, because at first the way he bent I thought it was his knee, but the nature of the swing and the way he came out of the swing, it looked like a hand or wrist problem.
He got jammed. They have some buzzing in there right now.
This guy's painting.
He really is. 2 balls and a strike. Corcoran on deck with the Astros down by 2, 5-3 in the 8th with 2 outs. Fouls that one back, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sanchez. Boston's at Tampa Bay again tonight. Buchholz versus Price in that matchup.
Pay to see that one.
Yeah, that'd be a great one. Scherzer won his 9th for Detroit, beating Cleveland 6-2. 3-2. His ERA 4.32, but Max Scherzer is 9-2. He beat Mitch Talbot in that game. Sanchez takes a 2-out walk. Bringing up Corcoran. Bringing out Clint Hurdle. He'll go to the pen. He has gotten 6 outs from Watson. Outstanding work from the young rookie left-hander. Tim Wood's been warming up. Hurdle has a pat on the backside for Watson. We'll be right back with a score 5-3 Pittsburgh. Sanchez, but Hurdle made the move, taking Watson out of the game. Bringing in Tim Wood, the right-hander, with an ERA of 0. Well, he's gone to Watson with an ERA of 0, and now Wood.
Tim Wood, hard throwing right-hander. Fastball averaging about 95 miles an hour, a hard slider, and an occasional changeup. Throws his changeup hard, too. Everything about this guy. He's a hardwood.
Little action for the youngsters. Wood facing Carlos Corcoran, who is 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Wood pitched in the 1-0 game Tuesday night briefly. He allowed a hit and a walk, and then the bullpen got him out of further trouble in a 1-0 game in the 8th inning. Fly ball heads for shallow left field. Tabata moving over toward the line. To end it in the Astros 8th with no runs, no hits, and a man stranded. We move to the 9th. Pirates 5, Astros 3. They lead at 5-3 going to the top of the 9th inning. Pitcher number 4 in the game, just rejoining the Astros from AAA Oklahoma City, Fernando Abad. Abad last year came to the big leagues and had 22 appearances with an 0-1 record at 2.84 ERA. He's 25 years old, from La Romana in the Dominican Republic. And this season at Oklahoma City, he was 1-1. His ERA there was 3.55, striking out 16 and 12 at 2/3 innings. He just rejoined the club. Jeff Fulcino headed down the other way. And Abad came up, could not make it in time for the game last night. So this is his first game back in uniform for him after those numbers at AAA. He began the year with the Astros. He made 22 appearances before he was optioned just about a month ago, May 17th. And it'll be Garrett Jones leading it off here in the 9th inning. Jones ripped a 3-run homer. Grounds here to Wallace. Tossing to Abad. 1 pitch, 1 out. We'll be getting a pinch hitter next. Matt Diaz, a right-handed hitter, comes up to bat for the pitcher, Wood.
Fernando's, he's not an overpowering guy, but he certainly has a nice mix of pitches and the ability to be very successful at the big league level. It's all about command for him, and that's where things went south for him his first go around with the club this year. He just had some location issues. Started to elevate, gave up some home runs.
Ball 1 to Diaz. Watson in 2 innings allowed no hits, no runs with 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Wood retired the only batter he faced on a fly ball. The closer is Joel Hanrahan. It's a broken bat foul. 1-1. Hanrahan is tied for second in the league in saves with 19, and he has not blown one all year.
Well, it's high time.
That's a lengthy string. Diaz was the starter last night. He had a hit in the game, going 1 for 3. In Los Angeles, it'll be Myers and Lilly, 8:30 on FS Houston for Astros Live. Then Wandy Rodriguez and Ruby De La Rosa. And Sunday it's Norris and Kuroda at 2:30. Ground ball behind third, backhanded, down, sets up, fires, it's offline, and Wallace saved him, a throwing error. That ball was going to rattle around for a while or head out of play. And Diaz reaches.
Nice play with the glove by Downs deep behind third base, and to load up to get enough on that throw, and just a little bit offline. Go as a base hit. And Wallace, at some point, he just has to make the determination. We're not going to make a play on this guy, so I've got to abandon ship and go out and get the ball. Yeah, if you have time as an infielder, when you reach into your glove, you want to be able to get the ball across all four seams. We talk about pitchers with a four-seam fastball versus a two-seamer. Two-seamer is the one that has run, that has movement. But sometimes when you're in a hurry as an infielder, you can't get that four-seam grip, and that's why that ball will move the way it did, the way it kind of sailed back inside down the line.
Was ruled a hit for Diaz. Cedeno's 0 for 3. Dusty Brown on deck. 1-1.
Tomorrow when we're in LA, Brownie, you should just go up to Vin and say, hey, how many Smead Jolly stories you could share?
One ball, 2 strikes.
Vin Scully starting his broadcasting career, at least his big league broadcasting career, with the Brooklyn Dodgers. The history that man has seen, baseball and otherwise.
He does a great job of passing along the stories from the history of it too. To right field, Hunter Pence waiting. 2 outs. Dusty Brown follows. Brown is 0 for 3.
Yeah, you know, these players have their own music when they come up to bat in their home ballpark.
Yes.
He needs to have some kind of a trail ride thing going on, doesn't he?
That would be very fitting. Runner takes off. Here's the throw from Corcoran. It bounces on through to center field. Diaz heads for third base. Stolen base and a throwing error on Corcoran. Second error for Corcoran.
And a lot of times we talk about a situation like that where the middle infielder has to come out in front and just knock the ball down and save that base. This isn't one of those times because Kep's hanging in there trying to pick that ball and be in a position to apply the tag. Getting that extra 90 feet to go from second to third, not that important here. There's 2 outs in the inning. So that's when you hang in there and just try to make the play to nail that man at second base, get out of the inning. I mean, if the situation is that you feel like, and that's where the baseball clock for a player comes in. Well, we got no chance to get this guy. Then I'm sure just go out front and knock it down. But I think if he had been able to handle that short hop throw, he probably would have had him.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And he got him in the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom half. Probably it's Hanrahan. It's 5-3 Pittsburgh. Pirates lead by 2. They go with Lyle Overbay at first base, placing Garrett Jones there. And Joel Hanrahan may not be available because it's Jose Veras coming into a save situation. He does not have a save this year.
Hanrahan has worked 3 days in a row. Worked the finale of their series against the Mets, and then the first 2 games of the series here. Has not thrown a lot of pitches. He threw 11 against the Mets, and then 6 here 2 nights ago, and then 7 pitches in the game yesterday. But maybe Clint Hurdle just, the fact that he's been up in the bullpen all those days and come into 3 ball games, Hurdle maybe is giving him a day off, or at least he's going to do everything he can to stay away from using him. So to that end, a little bit of noise the Astros made in the 9th inning last night that forced Hurdle to go out and get Hanrahan to finish off the game. Gives the Astros a little bit better chance here. Because Hanrahan's been so good, you feel like you got a better chance against Veras than you do Hanrahan.
Jason Bourgeois leads it off, pinch hitting. Batting for the pitcher. Abad, who in 1 inning allowed 1 hit, no runs, with no walks, 1 strikeout. Bourgeois, a .368 hitter for 68 at bats, is 2 for 9 pinch hitting with an RBI. Veras delivers, strike 1.
He's got a good fastball. Not Hanrahan good. Hanrahan can throw 98 miles an hour. Veras is 92 to 94 with a slider and a good split finger pitch. And tough to hit, especially for the right-handed batters.
Breaking pitch misses. It's 1-1. Rally cap in place. Veras stranded 2 inherited runners Tuesday night, working 2/3 of an inning in the 1-0 Pirate win. Bouncer goes foul. He retired Jason Michaels and Michael Bourne in that game. 1-2. Veras has 3 major league saves. He was with the Yankees and he got 1 in 06, 2 more in 07. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Jose Veras. Last year pitched with Florida, 48 appearances. He was primarily a setup man with 19 holds. He was 0 for 2 in saves last year. He's pitched 3 times without allowing a run against the Astros this season. Now he's gone to full count.
Whatever it takes, any way to get on base, get a little something started, put a little pressure.
Michael Bourne's on deck. Jeff Keppinger's due up third. Into center field. That's a start. Bourgeois rammed 1 right back past the mound.
It's a nice quick path to the ball. Solid line drive single.
Jason's now 3 for 10 pinch hitting. And the Astros have a speedy runner aboard for Michael Bourne, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Keppinger on deck. Wood comes in tight at third. Looking at ball 1. So Daniel and Walker are set up for a double play here.
Good luck with that. This speed on the bases. I mean, that's the play, but just hope I didn't jinx him.
He's grounded into 4. Has to be usually 1 hopper right at somebody. Double up Michael. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's looking for his first save since 2007. He got a couple with the Yankees that year, 1 the year before. He's got 3 major league saves.
Bourgeois takes off. He'll steal it easily without a throw because the pitch was down and in. Bourne had to jackknife out of the way. Bourgeois has been quite a base stealer now. He's 16 of 18.
There's no action in the Pirate bullpen, as best I can tell anyway. So it looks like this is Veras' game.
Dusty Brown heads out to talk with him. With a 2-1 count. Yeah, it's tough to do, but sometimes a manager just has to tell himself, I am not using my closer today.
Yeah, you got to think big picture. And a closer, too, has to be honest with his pitching coach and his managers. He Skip, we need a day. And just toast.
Hanrahan has 32 appearances in 67 games.
I think it's important. Another good reason, anyway, to use somebody else in this role on occasion. Not when you're tied up, you're forced to do it because somebody's not available.
3-1.
Pitching a scoreless inning in the 9th inning shouldn't be any harder than pitching a scoreless inning in the 8th inning, except for the fact that there's the finality of it. You're the last man standing, so that psychological hurdle is sometimes a problem. And guys that are so good in the 7th and 8th inning, and you say, well, he could be a closer, he could finish games for us. But when they get into that role, sometimes there's an adjustment period where they struggle.
Grounded, and Walker to his left. Makes the short flip over to Overbay. 1 out. Bourgeois to third. Keppinger is 1 for 4. Hunter Pence on deck. Veras has been on a good strikeout clip lately, 34 his last 26 in the 3rd innings. But he's walked 6 now in his last 8 appearances in 5 innings. Breaking pitch goes for ball 1. The Astros are 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position today.
Continuing a recent trend. So good in that department early in the year, but the last few weeks they've really dropped off. Missed opportunities in this game early on. Left the bases loaded in the 1st. Had a leadoff double in the 6th. Those are the ones that really bite you. You get that leadoff double, you can't get him home. Man on 2nd, nobody out. Man on 3rd, less than 2 outs. Those are situations you feel like you should be able to get that runner home.
Running to the shortstop. That makes it 5-4. RBI single for Keppinger. 7th run batted in, and it gets Hunter Pence to the plate. Second hit of the day for Keppinger.
Just saying, but a walk-off home run would really be a neat way to end this somewhat miserable homestand.
Okay. The Pirates trying to prevent any such happening. We'll meet at the mound. Ray Searage talking it over. Pence is 3 for 4, an RBI double in the 5th inning. Got the game tied 3-3. Pirates have not lost a game this year when they lead after 8 innings. They're 30-0. Lefty Daniel Moscas is warming up.
Thanks for 3 hits today, a couple of singles, and a double off the fence in front of the Pirate bullpen. Grounded out to short last time up.
Astros have 9 wins in their final at bat. Hunter Pence.
Oh, and he aired it out.
Good one.
All right, just good solid contact. Don't have to pull it. He's capable of going deep the other way. Tough pitch. Well, 2 tough pitches to start this at night. Good breaking ball, strike 1, and then a 95-mile-an-hour knee-high heater. He has homered in 50% of his plate appearances against Jose Veras. Unbelievable.
1-2. Hunter's hit .390 in his last 25 games coming into this one. Tap to the left side. Wood throws to first. 2 outs, and it's Carlos Lee. Lee with a double in the 3rd inning, 1 for 4.
Smart play there by Wood to not even look at second base. That run obviously is important because it's the tying run, but if you look there and then reset to make the throw to first base, you're not going to get Hunter Pence. Again, that's that baseball clock at work. I don't think I got to play at second. I don't have time to take a look. I got to make sure I get my man at first.
Red Wallace is on deck.
Maybe today's the day. I thought last night we were going to play 15 innings. We played long enough to play 15 innings last night.
This could be it. 6 career walk-off homers for El Caballo. Astros have not had a walk-off homer this year. Got 5 walk-off hits.
Easy. Go squeezy at the kneesy.
2-0.
Begging, praying.
Glad they stayed at this point. Yeah, there's a chance. Well, Carlos has a good eye. And he's working count to 3-0.
This Clint Hurdle go with Moskos for Wallace.
Moskos, a rookie left-hander, warming up. Foul ball. Carlos ready on 3-0 and hit it foul. Now does he get another fastball? Taking the breaking stuff here.
I think the challenge now for Carlos is just to make sure you get a pitch you can do something with, whether it's a fastball or a breaking ball. Don't get too overly anxious here.
Three and 2. Astros are getting a right-hander loose, probably Melanson. Nine hits for Houston, 7 for Pittsburgh, 2 errors for Houston. Ground ball, Wood out. He scrambles for it, throws to first, and he still gets it.
Whoa, man.
It looked like Carlos might have time to reach. Wood, though, was able to go for it to his left and make a strong throw for the final out, and the Pirates have swept the series. Let's take a look.
Tricky hop, caroms off him. It takes him to about 5 steps to run it down. And then the throw to first base. Ooh, man, that was close.
Alan Porter with the out call.
I think he beat it. It was actually closer than I thought.
The Pirates get a 3-game series sweep in Houston after going 0-9 at Minute Maid Park last year. Oh, so close at first, and Kappinger thought the inning was still alive. But the Pirates, with McDonald winning it and Lyles losing it, take this one 5-4 Pittsburgh today.